Hello guys, this is Dr. Lior Bar-El, and I got some crazy news for you right now. But first let me start off, as always, anybody that just joined this channel or just came on this video, know that I already worked on mini-series that a lot of people have requested me to do. The first one is how to build a gaming slash post-production, as in filming work and stuff, slash productivity computer on the cheap. I'm going to show you guys how, I show you guys how to build it. So instead of paying, what is it, $1,500 to $3,000 or whatever dollars, you'll get to build it for about, 500 something, 400, 500 bucks, which I think is pretty cool. And right now we're going to be going into the how to build a Star Killer slash Iron Man helmet on the cheap. So instead of paying $700, $1,000 for helmets, you guys will be able to, build it for about 20 bucks, providing you have a 3D printer. And I'm going to be doing a giveaway of a Super Mario brother, Mario, holding a Switch or even a cell phone, but it could be able to be charged and all this cool stuff, and we'll be giving that away. And then I'm going to show you guys how to build a gaming slash post-production slash productivity desk, in which I'm going to be giving away a Noob Saibot mask and a Scorpion mask on that. So definitely tune in and keep those requests coming, as the more, based on the magnitude of how many requests for these videos, for these topics, I will make the video, as always, self-funded, so it's a little tough. So based on the magnitude, I will get there and make those videos and make a mini-series for you, and do giveaways while I do that. So let's go right into the news right now. So first off, let's start off with something light. Apparently, just like if you guys remember Mario Party, it fell off a turnip truck and some guy took it and sold it, which means he can't be sued unless they did some investigation and they see that he, took it. He was one of the distributors who released it earlier than he's supposed to. So you remember he sold it on eBay. I have a feeling it was taken off of eBay because I think it was bullcrap or God knows what, because I just saw it disappear. It didn't even say anybody won, so I don't know. But right now they have a Smash Brothers bundle, which I'm going to tell you is probably the dumbest thing anybody could ever get, because I'm going to tell you why. So it's going for about $1,000. I haven't seen it right now because I checked it and I haven't seen it. Maybe I'll check again and see if it comes up, unless Nintendo had it removed, which could happen. But you got to understand, even if you bought it for a review and you got that whole bundle, the only thing you could really do is just review the case and whatever. As always, guys, this was the Mario bundle, and like I told you guys, it is so lame. Nintendo doesn't etch anything in these, but the thing is, with that one, like the 3DS where you see Mario, with that one, it just has like lines on it, and it looks like it's just so corny. And to pay $1,000 is so stupid. But some reviewers, I guess, want to get it to review it early. But here's the thing: you can't play the game till Smash is actually released. So it's a digital download. So you won't be able to play this game till the release date. So it kind of makes it stupid, unless the person who's a reviewer wants to review it on his page and just show you how the docking station has those lines on it or whatever on the controllers, and that's about it. I don't know if I'd pay $1,000 for something like that. I think it's pretty lame. To be honest, I don't even think I'd go for any bundle when it comes to Nintendo Switch. But if you want the game, obviously you're not saving money from it. Just like the Mario edition, you're really paying for each part the correct way. So you're not saving any money from these bundles at all. But they're collectors. God only knows why. For a couple of lines on it, I don't even know how that's a collector's edition. With these, I know, because they're custom controllers. They're not the same red, but you could always buy buy it on eBay, another one or whatever. It wasn't really worth it for me to get that, but whatever, I got it for the reviews. But to pay $1,000 seems a little bit lame. Now, can Nintendo sue if they find out that it was from a distributor? That a lot of distributors, like I told you before, I do sometimes early reviews for you guys because I do play it in the actual store, and I let you guys know when that happens. But you're not supposed to release it to the public for sale at all. You're not supposed to sell it to anyone. You're not supposed to give it to anyone. Until the date of release. This is you sign. I think it's like 10,000 or 11. I think it's 12,000 now. $12,000, something $12,500 every sale or every system that you give out or whatever. When you work for these distributors, you have to sign that contract. So you could imagine Nintendo might sue. You never know, but. There's no proof. They can't find it unless they probably take a UPC code and see what the hell it is. Who knows if Nintendo doesn't buy these things and then unleash their wrath on them. I don't know, but the thing is, it's just horrible for these companies to do that, and because you're going to already start doing a lot of these shady things. A lot of Nintendo might even be doing it, but who knows? But all these people might be doing it, and the distributors trying to get some extra money from it, and that's just freaking lame and whatever. But it is what it is, and some people, hey, they're paying for it. God knows only why when you can't play the game till release date. But it is what it is. Who knows what's going to happen? Now, for other news here, something really cool: Resident Evil 4. And I know a lot of us are already sick of Resident Evil 4 because we played the crap out of it. I played it already. From the GameCube, I think it went to the PlayStation 2. I played it on both. I played it on, on PC. That was remastered completely with HD skins and all kinds of crap from the mod community, which is really, really cool. But I beat the hell out of that game. And then it came out to the cell phone, which was a complete freaking joke. That was the worst of the worst game. Didn't even have really gyros on that. And then I think they employed it, but it was so freaking clunky. It was like the worst game to play ever on the cell phone. So now we're actually getting it on the Nintendo Switch, which I'm pretty excited about, probably for tactile movements. I would really like it when it came out for the Nintendo Wii, that had a big selling point because it used the gyros, so it was really cool. Because, with the mouse, it's so cool to play on the PC because you could have proper aiming. But imagine with gyro controls, you're like aiming at them and blasting the zombie's head off. That would be really cool, and I really think that would be so awesome if they could implement this in the game. But if they don't and they just port it, it's going to be a piece of crap. So obviously it would come out. They came out with all the Resident Evil games pretty much, everywhere. In Revelations, they came out for the Switch, and I absolutely love Revelations. The second one, I really, really dig it. I'm still playing it. I'm playing other games as well, but this one I'm playing a lot. So I would love to see Resident Evil 4. I think for to be honest, $10, it would be great. I don't think I'd pay $20 for it, though, because I already played the living daylights out of that game. So what I would do is probably wait till they go on a Nintendo sale and probably think about a $15 sale or a $10 sale if they had it. And then I would buy the game. But if it doesn't have gyros, I don't want to pay more than $10 for this game. I think a dollar over $10 would be a dollar too much. I'm not even being cheap when I say this. It's just there's so much your money could go into. But, I'm not going to get a game that I've played the hell out of on almost every system and then not have something that I enjoy like gyro controls implemented it in 2018 or 19 or whenever the hell they come out with this. But that I don't think I'd pay, and definitely I wouldn't pay over $20 whether it had whether it has gyro or not. I would not pay over $20. But I think it's pretty freaking cool. I think it definitely is some cool news that's coming out. I'm looking forward to it, sort of. I want to see how it plays on it. I really love the game. It had a lot of its great qualities. It was, I would have loved probably to see a Resident Evil 2 remake to implement the same kind of controls and, that third-person view of Resident Evil 4. I think that would have been much cooler to have, as I know a lot of mods are working on it. Modders are working on it, and programmers. You can check those out on YouTube. A lot of people who are doing remakes of that and making it really look good instead of those stupid clunky. And I love Resident Evil 2, but man, did I hate the controls when you're like spinning like this before you turn. It was so annoying, but it kind of added to that pace of a horror game. Thought it was really cool, and it might be a really cool thing to come out. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now, Red Dead Redemption 2. Did actually so freaking damn well. Now, first off, I got to tip my hat off to Rockstar Games. I think Rockstar is freaking amazing. But it hasn't sold as much as, like, within 10 years, I don't think it has made such an awesome game like they did here. I mean, the last game that they, GTA is basically their prized possession, and this thing sold more, I think, than almost all the games that they, more than God of War and Spider-Man. So, I mean, this game is really, really cool. And if you guys didn't play it, I urge you guys to play it. Hopefully, they come out with this game for the Nintendo Switch. I'm really hoping that they freaking do, because if they don't, I'm really gonna get ticked off. The game has great controls. You're going on the horse. You see all of the. I mean, if you look at the footage on this thing, it's incredible. Everything in that horse is so believable. There's not like any clunkiness to even the fur. And I work with 3D, like I work with Maya and 3D Max. And I don't see games today that have that kind of balance. And this game really looks well balanced, doesn't have any type of issues. I got a chance to actually get my hands on it, and it just felt so great playing this game that I'm actually considering buying it. I want to make sure that I buy games for the channel of the Nintendo Switch, and obviously this isn't for the Nintendo Switch yet, but I think if we requested, this game definitely has the potential to come, especially with gyro controls and stuff. I think it'll just be way better to play these games on the go. I mean, how cool would that be? I mean, with all these new games being old games being ported, I would love to see Red Dead Redemption 2. In fact, I don't want to kind of play it till I get it on the Switch. And I know a lot of forums are giving these rumors saying, hey, bro, it's going to come out. Don't worry, you're going to see. It's going to come out. And a lot of people are saying this game is definitely coming out for the Nintendo Switch. But to be honest with you, I do see the market in that. I do think that it's going to be possible. I just don't think that Rockstar Games does want to get involved yet with the Nintendo Switch with this game. Because, again, most of these companies don't want to come out with a half-assed game. They're not like what happened with WWE 2K18, which was Blank Squirrel, those idiots, the way they freaking ported that game. A lot of companies don't want to come out with a game that's going to look like crap on another system, and then that makes them look bad. So I think what they need to do is probably, if this game comes out, they're going to have to master it to be in a 720 mode, or I think at 720, it might have an opportunity to play at least 30 frames a second. And to be honest, on portable mode or even on dock mode, 30 frames a second won't be noticeable as much as, let's say, in a first-person shooter. I think that would be really cool. But remember, the graphics in it would be insanely dumbed down to be on the Nintendo Switch. But again, you don't feel it if you're playing in portable mode, but if you put it like me on a 4K monitor, it's a 42-inch 4K monitor, that is. It's too big, and it's just going to blow things out, and you're going to see the imperfections. But I think if they dumb it down just right, if they get Panic Button to do it, that would be really great. And possibly we could get about 30 frames. I'm not at all optimistic that this game could actually be 60 frames on the Nintendo Switch unless they really dumb the hell out of it down, and it's going to look like crap, and I don't think that's what they want to do. But I think they really immerse you in the environment. The character designs, the character development, all of these things they have to go hand in hand in order to make this game what it is. So if they kill it on the Switch, I don't think you're going to get the same effect as you playing it on on a home console. That's different. I just don't think you're going to get and I don't think they want you to get an experience that's dumbed down, because all of these go hand in hand, and that's what makes that game really great. But I think if they do it the right way, it's very possible. I'm, not that optimistic that they're going to come out for the Switch, but a lot of people are swearing by it, so I'm hoping they would. I would love to play Red Dead Redemption 2. And in fact, if they do come out with it, I'm going to get it and review it for you guys ahead of time, and I know I'm going to cringe till I get that game in my hands, because I'm not sure I will be able to handle a good amount of frame rates, even 30. But again, if Panic Button is awesome. Maybe if they could port it, that would be really, really cool. I think that would be really awesome. Anyways, let's jump to this. So a lot of you guys have wrote to me in my last video when I spoke briefly about the guy, one of our brothers, my brothers from another mother, our brothers, because the channel belongs to the people here. He let me know how to pronounce it, and again, I forgot the Hui, whatever phone. So I did a review for you guys, showing you guys, basically telling you about it. So they came out with, a Joy-Con like controller with a phone, and I said it wasn't practical, and they're charging about $1,000 for it. Well, guess what? The Chinese market got a whiff of it, and now they're coming out with their Nintendo Switch-like phones. And of course, they're coming out with phones that are going to be about $300 or $400. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something. If you guys bought any knockoff from China, you know that they concentrate more on quantity and not on quality. And most of their crap, especially the iPhone knockoffs, are horrible, and they die on you extremely quick. I just don't see anybody forking over $400 for a Chinese-made cell phone that's most likely going to be half-assed. Another thing is, this is, even though it's $300, this is a dedicated system. So they're not going to be playing Nintendo games on their system. What they're going to be doing, and don't get me wrong, all cell phones, like I said, the flagship phones are way more powerful than the Nintendo Switch. But then again, they're not dedicated systems, and because of that, they won't be able to run certain systems, especially Nintendo Switch games that are exclusive or third-party developer games on this thing. They'll be able to run cell phone games. And to be honest, do you want to pay money for a knockoff phone that's going to only allow you to play cell phone games? Is pretty lame. I wouldn't do that. I would rather invest in a Nintendo Switch and get myself a phone, you know, for my phone calls and stuff. Sure, I love certain games on it, like Glory and stuff like that, to play it on the on a touch screen and whatever is not that bad, and to have tactile feedback. But how practical would that be? Where it you know, it sort of comes with like its own case where it has its slide-ins and all these things. Now I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Nintendo could sue them for this because they're you know, did what they did. But the thing is, they can't because they're in international waters. And to be honest, China has a lot of knockoffs and they get away with murder. And pretty much they can do anything that they want and they're not going to get sued by Nintendo. So I think this thing's going to be released. But Nintendo's going to have a hard time, you know. But they'll eventually chuckle from seeing the quality of the games that they run. I mean, games like Modern Combat would be cool to play on a Joy-Con or whatever, but to be honest with you, I'm not going to carry a Joy-Con in my pocket with my cell phone. I mean, yeah, you could put it on the side in a case and then put it on. I don't trust Chinese-made parts, as always. They always tend to fail on me. I used to do it when I was desperate. Didn't have money for lights and stuff when I do my pilots and TV shows and stuff like that when I film it. And I done like all these things, and we got through the day, and then the next day we had smoke coming out. And like I did a review a long time ago in one of my reviews where I was saying how to connect a bunch of these lights they had, where you press the button and there's like lights, LED lights or whatever, and we used like a ton of them on a board with Velcro, and it managed to pull off great, but for the day, and then it died, and I spent about maybe $40 on it that I could have spent another $20 and actually get lights that works. That's more even practical and ergonomic. So it's not worth it. $400 for a phone that's a knockoff or whatever. I don't trust that, and it's only going to play cell phone games. It's not going to be a dedicated system. So I rather you guys invest actually in something that matters, like a Nintendo Switch, and you know, you'll be able to play all the cool games, like third-party developer games and exclusive games on it, than playing cell phone games that you could play with a touchscreen. Or to be honest, right now they even have, my wife bought me this controller. I did a review before, you could look way back in my videos, where the controller attaches to your phone via Bluetooth or something, and you could play with a controller. It's the same exact crap, but why would you do that? I mean, playing some of the games like Modern you know, Combat, that's pretty cool, but other than that, I mean, some of the games are good, like Glory, but it's not really needed. I would rather you guys invest the money on this. I don't think they're going to do that well at all. I think in the Chinese market they might do well. The Chinese always tend to get certain of these you know, types of phones and whatever, and they kind of experiment with them, and they go to crap after, you know, every year they just go right underneath and get steamrolled by something else. But I wouldn't trust to pay $400 for that. I would rather you guys spend it on a Nintendo Switch. Anyways, as always, guys, self-funded here. If you like what you see, definitely like, subscribe, hit that bell button, and definitely be vocal. I want to hear your comments down below. This is Leor Barrell saying, take care, y'all. Take care. Bye.